If I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way, way back. Run it, now we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap. You said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back, in the back of the Maybach. Play that. You see J that. I be in the streets like a stray rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope. Sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it.
Bring them out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out. Bring them out. Hey. Bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed. Heard he got 3. That other rapper got it for shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit. Before I sat down, still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All my hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back gate yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Get with other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. Talk about, now we're doing it, prick. You in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my time. I cop the chromed out, hard top career with a shine. I got some time, name, I get better with time. Who got a flow when I'm live? Check 1 2 1 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gonna do?
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico, Greg Oates are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go from a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Deron Bland with the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Second and 5. They'll go again with Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Josh Sweat there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and They're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Throw left side, finds Dell. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Cardinals.
We'll go play action now with Penix. Headed left, buying time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Penix going to throw again. He does, man. It's Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of
14 on the pickup. It's an Arizona 1st down.
A gain of 14.
McBride is the motion man. Throwing again, it's Penix. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Again, it's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And 8 yards to go.
To throw again, it's Penix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He pushed this one to the right. No good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
For a Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. They get 21 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Well, that's a heck of a 1-2 punch right there, and that's something that every offense stresses. The ability to be equally effective run and pass on any given snap. They follow up the successful pass play with a big explosive run.
He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
A 7-yard loss brings up third down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Pass brought in by Chark. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. Ryland's kick is good. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On second down, here's Penix. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On third down, Penix. Here's a screen set up for Benson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
That is incomplete. How they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Coming free is Chark. He's got it. A pickup of 15 in the air. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. He'll be brought down inside the 25. Buda Baker active and making the tackle there.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming. and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This was just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Chad Ryland on now for the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Steelers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. And no return here. This is a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. Forced out left. Showing off the footwork. Sliding down after a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 43-yard line.
To throw is Penix. Exiting the pocket right. He'll run again. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Less than 2 minutes to play in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Pacheco. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That is catch number 60 for the season. This has been some kind of march downfield now. When they pay it off with 6. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Pacheco. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now Penix, and that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
The kick is good.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the
So
play.
it is a one-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Scott.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco.
Isaiah Pacheco, ball carrier. That's a clean on tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7. We're going to go play action with... it's picked up by one of his teammates.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Walter Nolan in there to bring him down for his 7th sack of the year. To throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
A pass taken in by Johnson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. There he goes, inside the 30. And he will score! Nick Chubb, touchdown Pittsburgh.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, first time today.
Makes the score, Steelers 13, up of 7.
Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now, that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. He's got his tight end, that's McBride. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. On play action, Penix reaching for it. The tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And it's going to throw again. And that is incomplete.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Penix. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on 4th down. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack. And we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work this out wide to Benson. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go. Coming up with 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Penix. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Cardinals. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And on this first down, it's Johnson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 5.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60. 70 Lions. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. This one's caught by Parker. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Bronco swing.
On the ground, it's Johnson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was brought down by Seth Ball. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
70
He'll look to throw. We'll look underneath here for Johnson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run this over the center with Johnson. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Fryermuth. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's another Steelers first down.
Now it's Johnson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Jordan Whitehead on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 6-yard line.
They'll work now on second and 4.
Set. Cowboy 80.
They'll run it. This is Jerome Ford. And he's into the end zone. Jerome Ford. Touchdown Steelers. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
Well, we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Chad Wyman to kick off.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And a lefty Penix on first down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Second and 2 at the 43-yard line.
On second down, here's Penix. Pass complete there to Harrison. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down. Here's first and 10.
A gain of 16 yards.
On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And third down coming up. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big one there on third down, good for 26 yards. A handoff to Pacheco. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it. Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here is first and goal. Here's Pacheco. And he will power his way into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Arizona. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. This is first and 10. They'll go with Johnson, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
He'll swing this out to Johnson, and he is out of bounds at the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's a Steeler first down. Johnson. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down. 4. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down.
Brings up third.
They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Throwing now from the gun. Now he'll work his way out right. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. Second and 7. A run. It's Pacheco. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
And the Cardinals, first down.
So it's a